Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So yesterday I did a video giving you an updated ranking of the forwards that are in NHL 22's Hockey Ultimate Team. So today's video, I thought we would go over the best defensemen. So the best 3 left-handed and the best 3 right-handed defensemen. Now, some of these rankings are going to change depending on the team that you have or the style that you have. For example, I wouldn't really want 2 of Makar and Fox just because they're smaller, even if they have higher body checking now. After playing with Adam Fox's Team of the Year card, it still doesn't feel like he's exceptionally good at knocking people off the puck. I'm talking about being able to bump him off, not huge hits. He does hit quite well. Just kind of a general rule, guys. The bigger defensemen are always going to be the best because once you're in the zone, they have a much better ability to actually knock people off the puck. So as we go throughout the year, the smaller defensemen have less and less value because usually early on their speed makes them much better than the bigger counterparts. But as speed catches up as we go along and the actual speed stat progresses, the bigger players kind of catch up. And once they get above 90, the separation isn't really enough to make it worth it. That being said, here are the best 6 defensemen, in my opinion, in Hockey Ultimate Team. Coming in at number 3 among left-handed defensemen, we'll start with the 94 team builder, Oscar KLEFBOM. Comes with distributor as well as booming shot to make his agility get maxed and his body checking to go along with that 93 speed and 91 acceleration. He's got tape to tape, which is one of the best abilities, and even elite edges I really don't like activated among defensemen, but nonetheless that would help with the fact that he's so big and has great agility. In reverse, also very good currently for bigger defensemen as they don't lose any, speed going backwards. So 93 speed is quite good currently in the game. Not much else to say here. He checks off all the boxes. He's a fast skater. 91 acceleration. I'd like it to be a little bit higher, and honestly, it's not a bad thought to go with Spark over distributor just because I think acceleration is a little bit more important over defenseman, but you can interchange that. It doesn't really matter. A really, really good card and one of the best if you can make multiple team builders. Coming in at number 2 among left-handed defensemen is the 94 SERGEI GONCHAR. So he's a little bit smaller at 6'2" than KLEFBOM, but 6'2" is still extremely fine. He's got Spark and Gladiator, and why this combo is so nice is it does get his body checking up to 92 overall. He also has booming shot, so you could use that if you wanted to interchange it, and honestly, getting his agility maxed and shot power is probably a better combo. Nonetheless, he does have quick pick, which I think is one of the best defensive abilities that you can get. 93 speed, 95 acceleration, one of the fastest in terms of acceleration among left-handed defensemen, and then his shot is almost max. Hand stats are almost max, and defensively he's perfect. With the synergy combo, just a phenomenal all-around card, and you could not upgrade this card for the rest of the game and still be in an okay spot. Come team of the season, you wouldn't really feel like you'd have to get rid of him. I've used him for about 100 games now. I love this card, and the number 2 left-handed defenseman, in my opinion. And then number 1, pretty much for the rest of the game, more than likely, is the 93 Victor Hedman. 6'6". He is just gigantic. His ability with his reach to defend the blue line and just play in his own zone is so good. Distributor as well as workhorse as a combo is phenomenal. He's got quick pick, which is one of the best, and he has shutdown. This shutdown, combined with the fact that his reach is so long, just makes it an absolute nuts combination when defending that blue line. His pocheck is automatic. His defensive stats are perfect. He's gigantic. He can knock anyone off the puck. If you're able still to get a Team of the Year card, you've got about 2 more days to do it at the time of this recording. You need to go out and do it. This is going to be the best card among defensemen for the rest of the game. I included 2 team builders, and people might not have the funds to go out and get them, so an alternative to KLEFBOM and GONCHAR would be the 93 BOUWMEESTER. Does have workhorse and spark as well as buzzing, so he's going to have 92 acceleration, 93 speed, and then Gladiator as well can get his body checking up to 95. Again, has that shutdown zone ability like Hedman at 6'4". Just a phenomenal build all the way around. Has tape to tape. You really can't go wrong with this card. I think that KLEFBOM and GONCHAR are just a little bit better. But obviously they're much more difficult to acquire. Another option is the 92 BOWEN BYRAM still. I don't know if I would recommend going out and making this card and then building him up. If you can get his 86 overall for cheap, and then just try and build him up. I mean, he technically is still a rental. I would always do it with coins, but it is still very expensive. Does have distributor. I have Light the Lamp activated on mine, and then comes with shutdown at 6'1", 93 speed, 91 acceleration. But as you can see, it's the same skating as KLEFBOM, and obviously he's only 6'1", but still, he has been a great card for me, and definitely one of the better ones still in the game. Right-handed defensemen, we'll start with number 3. It's the 93 Brendan CARLO. Has spark to get his acceleration up to 91. Also his booming shot to help out his agility. And then Gladiator as well. So not a very fast card in all honesty. But obviously at 6'5", you can kind of overlook that. He's got Shutdown as a zone ability, as well as Truculence and Bouncer, which is an awesome superstar silver combination that we're going to see on the defenseman in just a little bit. Also, just in the community, he's played extremely well, and among the pro players, just one of the best ones in the game. So this one checks in at number 3 among right-handed defensemen. Number 2 among right-handed defensemen is the Team of the Year, Adam Fox. So I need to preface this by saying he is still a great card and going to be one of the best defensemen for the rest of the game. Just extremely fast, and that is a huge advantage. His ability to get back into play or just break the puck out by himself is wild. The only downfall is that his zone ability is not really going to be usable because you need it on your forwards more than your defensemen when it comes to wheels, especially because obviously defending the rush, he's fast, but you're not going to have the puck when you do that. Quick pick is great, and in reverse means that he can basically always keep the play in front of him. I find that he still has a hard time bumping people off the puck regardless, but if you have Spark activated, he does get his body checking up to the mid-90s. I just still don't see it to be as good as some of the bigger defensemen. That's just such a big advantage in this game, which is why he comes in at number 2. And then coming in at number 1 is the 94 Shea Weber, 6'4" team builder. And it's really just a combination of everything. So obviously 6'4" is great size. 91 speed and 90 acceleration is fine for someone this big. And again, being able to activate acceleration and skating synergy is just a huge bonus. But it's his abilities. He gets Shutdown, Bouncer, and Truculence as his silver abilities. Thunderclap I would not activate at all. You just don't score from the point at all, really. Cleanly. Obviously with tips it's very different. But his ability to crush people is almost arcade-like. I've said that with Truculence early on in the year with, like, Samuelson, for example, but this is still one of the best, and it will be for quite some time. Eventually, his skating is going to become a liability, but that won't be for a little bit because the cards that, you know, are still coming out that are among the higher end, other than McDavid and Duchesne, for example, and McKinnon now, are in like that 90 to 93 range anyways. Once they get into like the 96 to 99, that might be when you notice it and you might need to move on. But at that point, we're probably going to get a 98 overall team builder you can trade in. But right now, this 94 Shea Weber is the best right-handed defenseman in my opinion. Some alternatives, the 90 Cale Makar, like I mentioned earlier in the video, like if you have Fox, I wouldn't add Cale Makar as well. Just having 2 of the smaller players, but you either or would interchange because now once you get Gladiator and Booming Shot activated on Cale Makar's body checking gets up close to 90 overall. Zone ability, again, elite edges on a defenseman I just don't think are as necessary as some of the other ones, and I'm really not a huge fan of any of them that would be worth activating right now. But his skating obviously makes him definitely usable. His shot is very good. Defensively, in terms of defensive awareness, stick checking is phenomenal. But this is another great option among right-handed defensemen. Obviously, we need to talk about the 90 Dougie Hamilton now. He did get injured, and he's going to be out for about a month or so, I believe. He did get what appears to be like a nice little charity card. I mean, he did have a good little couple games before he got hurt. So they gave him a Team of the Week. He's got Booming Shot to get his body checking up a little bit as well. He's got Distributor, which means he's got 91 speed, 90 acceleration. This card has played phenomenal for me. I think it's one of the best X factors to go out and get still, because as the season goes along, at 90 overall, it's still on the cheaper end of some of the other X factors, and he's already so usable. This is basically like Shea Weber, just with a little bit worse body checking, but at 6'6", that really doesn't matter. So a great alternative to some of the other right-handed defensemen, if you can't get it, is the X Factor Dougie Hamilton. I said, guys, it is going to depend on the pairings that you have, and there are some other cards that I think are probably better value long-term. I mean, the Morgan Riley Evo card will more than likely be better than most of these left-handed defensemen, because eventually he's probably going to get to 99, and same with John Carlson among right-handed defensemen, also a great option. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below, guys, and I'm curious to see what you've got as defensive pairs among the top-end cards in the game. And as always, I'll see you next time. Have a good one.